Welcome all of you for this AP intro. Okay, so this is the first session for all the AP chemistry students. Okay, uh, the first session I just wanted to elaborate on how this AP chemistry exam, to give an overview of this course and how this exam is conducted. Okay, so for the past several years, I'm teaching the AP chemistry, and being an AP reader, I just want to give an overview for all the students who are taking the AP chemistry. They first have to know what is this AP chemistry is all about. Okay? So the AP College Board releases almost a 250 page booklet that says AP chemistry course and exam description to all the teachers to read and understand about what this exam is all about and what we have to prepare for the kids. Okay, so first we'll go uh, from what we have to know from exam information. So the exam contains two parts. Okay, so the first part is exam contains, the first thing it has is one multiple choice section. So you have 60 questions to answer. Okay, and that gives a 50% weightage, and you have to answer, you have 90 minutes to answer those questions. Second is you have a free response FRQ, and you have 3 long questions and 4 short questions. So overall you have 7 questions and you have 105 minutes to answer. So 105 minutes is almost like 1 hour and 45 minutes to answer. Okay, so you have a very long exam to first take, so you have to be aware of this first. Earlier the AP chemistry used to have big ideas. Okay, several years back we used to have big ideas. Okay, the big ideas used to have several things as given here, and then we transformed these big ideas into units now. Okay, the big ideas became units. So now how many units we have? We have 9 units now. All the teachers around the United States, we have to finish this 9 units. Starting from September, I'm in New Jersey, so I'm starting from September. Before May first week, during these weeks, we have to finish these 9 units. Okay, it's very challenging to finish from a teacher's perspective because we have September, October, November, December, January, February, March, April. It's almost like 8 months we have. Out of this 8 months, you can take up December and spring break and all those things. Relatively, we have almost like 6 months of effective work with all these games and everything coming in the middle. So we have to finish quality work, do the labs and everything relative to this, and we have to finish this entire 9 units. I have seen teachers who have compulsorily have done from units 1 to 7 and still have trouble finishing 8 and 9. And I myself have had trouble finishing unit 9 all the time because we end up till unit 8. So when you look at this exam weighting, you see that the unit 1 has, the question comes around 9% and unit 2 9%, and you see that unit 3 almost like 18 to 22%, and roughly all other units have 10%, but this unit 3 and unit 8 is having most of the burden that it takes. So a student must be very particularly careful about these units. And this unit 8 is coming at the end, acids and bases, almost like 15%, which is one of the most important ones as well. So when we teach, the student must have a prerequisite of having both the general chemistry or honors or accelerated, whatever the name you give, it would be much better to finish this before they take AP chemistry, because the AP chemistry is nothing but a college level course. Okay, the teachers who teach this are nothing but very proficient professors at school, working at school, I believe, because they know what they are teaching. It's a profound college level course. Okay, they are taking up a challenge to teach you guys. So this is a very challenging course, and students do very well as well. Okay, and the students are asked questions in different ways. Okay, by different science practices. So the questions are asked based on models, representations, analysis, mathematical routines, argumentation questions. Several things comes both in multiple choice and also phrase response. Okay. And the questions are based on several ways. Okay. Either you calculate, describe, determine, estimate, explain, identify, justify, make a claim. Several ways they ask the question. So basically these questions are, as I have seen, if I look at my library of questions, I have questions starting from 1970, and I have questions from 1970 to almost 2022. These 50 years of these questions, not even one question has been, I would say not even one question, but mostly 99.99% of questions has not ever been repeated. That means all the questions are new. All the questions are new. So all the questions are new, and you should know how to tackle them. So the questions are new, how to tackle them is a challenge. So what the teachers are being given is, the important thing about this exam is about understanding how the questions are being asked and how you are going to prepare for this. So let's look at what is a way to prepare this. The way to prepare this is to study. The old style is the best way, I would suggest. Reading a book is most important. Okay, I follow in my school, we follow Zundal. So any book that school follows is you must read the book. Reading a book is very, very important. So the first step is reading the book is very important. The second is problem solving. Problem solving is next to most important. But before that, when you look at this thing, let's take the first one, very simple one, 1.1. It tells you the question is about mole, the concept is about moles and molar mass. So it tells you the students must have a required course content. Okay, so they should know three things. One is, it talks about, the first thing is learning objective. So the calculate quantities of a substance or its relative number of particles using dimension analysis and the mole concept. So students, the objective is to know, the students must know how to calculate quantities. So everybody know the learning objective. But the essential knowledge the students are going to learn, they're going to learn in school. Okay, they're going to learn how to do, what is mole, okay, what is Avogadro number, okay, how to do problems based on this. Okay, number of moles is equal to given mass over molar mass, all those things, mass over molar mass. They are going to do several problems like this, but not even one problem that they are going to do at school or they are going to practice is going to come in the exam. So that's where the most important part comes here, is what is called as the enduring understanding. The enduring understanding is the most important thing here. The mole allows different units to be compared. So basically what they are saying is, we have to understand, all the students must have a clear picture of what they have understood, and they should be able to apply this in new scenarios. This is the most important. This is like this. If I give you an example, a comparative example, Let's take gardening. If somebody is doing gardening, the learning objective is to learn gardening. It's very simple. I have to learn gardening. What is the essential knowledge? How to plant a seed, right? How to put the seed on the ground, how to water them, how to take care of them, and all those things are essential knowledge. And how to take care of them, how to reap, okay, how to plan for the next season, and all those things. But what is enduring understanding is, if I give you a new set of seeds and a new ground to play, will you be able to get the same success? That is the question. So the enduring understanding means it is not the same thing what you have already done. Can you apply these principles in a new different thing? That is what is most important. So the learning objective is not important. You know what you're supposed to learn. The essential knowledge is also not important. You already have learned. You already learned. The teacher already taught you what you are supposed to learn. And you know what are the formulas that it's thing. You already read the book. You already did 20 problems based on 1.1. You have already did 20 problems about moles. 20 problems you already done, or 100 problems you have done. But can you apply into new scenarios? This is the question. So this AP is going to challenge you with almost 60 questions like this in multiple choice, and another 50 questions like this in FRQ in new scenarios. And whoever can get more than 75% is going to be very successful in getting a 5 and then a 4, and they're going to get the benefit of AP chemistry. Okay, it is more than passing. Okay, 3 is pass. Okay, so when you prepare for AP chemistry, you should be very clear about it is not what you are learning. When you learn, whether you can apply. So how will you plan for this application? That means you have to solve more and more and more and more. This is like not playing. Like when you play football, it is like more and more you practice, you go and play in a different ground in different matches, you'll be very successful. Okay, it is not the same players again. You're not going to play with the same person. You're not going to play with the same team. You're not going to play in the same ground. The questions are going to be different. And you have to be successful with that means you have to have enough practice. So for this, winning formula is always constant practice. So I always tell my students, don't study only over weekend. Okay, you have to study every day 30 minutes or 1 hour. That is more beneficial than sitting on one Saturday and studying on a crash for 6 hours. This is the wrong formula. This is the correct formula. Every day little bit will be more beneficial than crashing on a single day. Okay, so you have to do little bit every day by which you have more practice. You cannot play football on a single day for 6 hours. That is not good for you. If you play every day 1 hour, that is going to make you a champion. So work on these thoughts. Okay, so welcome to AP chemistry. Okay, we are going to start from 1.1. I'm going to add more videos from starting from 1.1 over these years. Okay, wish you best of luck for this year, for the 2024 preparation. Okay, best of luck again. Bye-bye.